And we're back. All right. So we are now in part three, or ASL three, of our scholarship series. What is going? It's okay. And first video showed you how to find resources on Nightingale. Second video, we used one of those specific resources, scholarship.com. I very quickly walked you through the steps on that, and we ended up with 22 potential scholarships and over $200,000 of potential money that we were eligible for based on basically my son's information. So now we're going to go through the writing. And again, I cannot stress enough. Do not lie. Do not embellish. Do not brag about yourself in these applications. Be honest, be truthful, acknowledge all of your awards and accomplishments, which for some people that feels like bragging. That's not the kind of bragging I'm talking about. I'm talking about bragging when you're like, oh, I'm definitely the best person because da 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 da, and you've made up this whole story. That probably is going to end up getting your application chopped. So let's not do that. So we want to make sure we're sticking to our facts, that we are sticking to writing the best that we can. The Writing Center will help you with scholarship writing. We are happy to do that. Anything that you need assistance with in the world of writing, we will help you, except for your homework assignments. And that's a whole different video. So for this, we're going to go back to the scholarship application that we found, which was this no essay scholarship. Now, why did I choose this one? Oh, for the magical words of no essay and $25,000 for tuition, housing, books, and college expenses. And it's not due until the end of this month, so I still have time. So I'm going to let you know that I am not actually going to submit this application. I am going to walk you through the steps of it, but I am not going to actually put that information in. I do not want him to be born then. Okay. So I know we had said in college, neither. Okay. Now, right here, if you do not want to see updates, you are welcome to click that. Fix all errors. Okay. Oh, they can only contain. Well. Okay. So here's step 2. Country. I am using a not real address. And we'll say got it. And then here we go. So we believe cost shouldn't keep anyone from pursuing a higher education. So we connect you with thousands of scholarships, many of which don't require an essay to help them afford college. In 2023 alone, we offered 285,000 in scholarships. So I loved the words no essay, and that didn't work out for me. So we are going to, okay, so obviously I live in Oklahoma, and that's why that stuff is showing up. When you put yours in, it will show up for you. So these are actually high schools. And so they're offering funding for different high schools and everything. So since that we've gone through that, I'm going to click out of that one, and I am going to go back to traditional. I'm going to actually leave scholarship.com, and I am going to go back. I am now back at the nightingale.edu website and looking for a different scholarships. So this time I'm going to look down here. Submit an online written response to the question, what would you say to someone who thinks education doesn't matter or that college is a waste of time and money? So we looked at this one yesterday, and I know the date for it has passed, but what I'm hoping is that I am going to be able to find a scholarship so that I can. Okay, so we're going to take this question. Would you rather? Oh, this is a different one. Oh, 2,000. I mean, $10,000. Okay. So would you rather be smart, funny, or rich? Okay, I like that one. So we're going to copy that. And then we never want to just write directly into the form. So it is possible that if we kept clicking, we would actually find a form that we needed to fill out. The problem with typing into a form is that you cannot always go back. You can't save your work. You can't share it with someone else to help you proofread it, things like that. So if you create a document within your Microsoft 365, which is going to have your Turnitin feature to help you with Draft Coach and all of that, then that's going to be the best bet. So let me go up here and I am going to title this with the same. It won't let me because it has the brackets. So scholarship essay. Okay. So would you rather be rich? Wow. Words. Would you rather be smart, funny, or rich? Why? Okay. 250 words or less. It's not a lot of words. In case you don't know, down here at the bottom, there is a word count um, that you can watch to see how you're doing. So I don't know. What would we rather be? I'm going to tab in so that I have my indent. And then with it only being 250 words, there's no requirement of references, which means I don't need to do any research for this part of the application. So I want to be myself. I don't want to be anybody else. So what do I want? Rich? No, I don't. Funny? No. Smart? Yeah, being smart is important to me. So if I had to choose between being smart, funny, or rich, I would have to go with being smart. I know, or I don't want to say I know because I don't know. So I have a feeling that choice might surprise some people. To be honest, it actually surprised me. And then let's make this sentence a little bit longer. So I'm going to use a semicolon. However, being smart is not something everyone can obtain. All right. Now, I have just headed into a bragging position. So I am basically alluding that I think I'm smart, that not everybody can be smart, and this crosses a line that we don't want to cross. So I am going to get rid of that. So, however, I believe that smart people are capable of researching ways to become, actually, I'm going to leave those mistakes, become funny or rich, which leads to the best of all three worlds. Okay. Oh, and then here you have to debate. Do you want to start a new paragraph? I know that different writing professors, teachers will tell you paragraphs have to be 5 to 7 words. If you read through a novel, a lot of the times there are 1-word paragraphs. So this is where your voice, how you talk, the words that you want to use become important. So I like to be short, sweet, to the point. So I am probably going to break mine up a little bit more. So let me reread. If I had to choose between being smart, funny, or rich, I would have to go with being smart. I have a feeling that choice might surprise some people. To be honest, it actually surprised me. However, I believe that smart people are capable of researching ways to become funny or rich, which leads to the best of all three worlds. Okay, so I'm noticing that that is one sentence. So now where I wanted it to be complex, I'm going to break it up a little bit more. Um, and instead of saying that I'm going to go back and say the choice actually surprised me. Okay, so this blue underline is telling me that this has suggestions. And let's see what it says. So honestly, the choice surprised me. I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and accept its choice. Being underlined red, it means it's a spelling mistake. So that's what I'm going to do, is fix that. Now this one, I like what I said better. So I believe that smart people are capable of researching ways. Their suggestion was, I believe smart people can research ways. So I want to keep mine because that's my voice. So I'm going to ignore their choice. Okay. So then maybe I'm going to say, for example, if a smart individual needs to give an engaging presentation in class, they can read books, look online, ask a librarian, or do other research to incorporate humor into their presentation. They do not need to be innately funny, period. So one thing I want to call out, I'm using the words they and their when we're talking about one person. That is following APA rules. So APA guidelines, there's a book and there's also research that we have on the Nightingale website. We do not use he, she, or the he/she anymore. We have changed that to they, according to the American Psychological Association. So I can look here. I'm already at 113 words. Okay, so I'm halfway. I'm halfway done. We're gonna take this title off because we need to get some words back. And this is how I would keep going. Now, to format this, I would go ahead and highlight all of it, go up here, and we want to use an APA approved format, which Times New Roman is, and we want it to be aligned to the side, but then we also want it to be double spaced. And we want to make sure that it is black. Okay, so that's my start. That's my start. So when I go back, this little screen sharing thing is in my way. So when I go back and I complete the scholarship rules, here's all the nitty gritty of this. So your application has to include this information. Written response must be written in English with correct spelling and grammar, cannot exceed 250 words, no new drafts or corrected pages. That's why I said go ahead and do it in a place where that you can go ahead and change that. Sponsors looking for eligible applicants who follow directions and submit applications that are well written and clearly and creatively address the topic described above. So writing ability is 25%, creativity is 25%, originality is 25%, and overall excellence is 25%. So now that I've read that, I feel like I need to like go back and really revamp my essay when I finished it up. So make sure that you read all of the fine print for every single scholarship that you apply for. Sometimes you have to live in a specific state. Sometimes, there's just rules. There's just a lot of rules. So that was supposed to be just a really quick example of like a short essay. A long one, we would need to be doing an outline, things like that. So I will work on maybe a fourth video, or maybe you can just come see us at the writing center. I think that would be better, because making an outline for a topic that we're not sure of can get kind of hairy, and I don't want you to get lost in the weeds. So thank you for joining. I hope to see you in the writing center. Let us know if you need anything else.